Hello, smart social friends, and all the rest of you who might be watching this on the internet. I'm Josh Oakes, and one of my biggest passions is helping people of all generations to see spam, malware, just to be safe on the internet. So let's take a quick look at one of these emails I just got. It says renewal services. Your invoice from renewal services. Oh no, don't click on it. Well, you may, if you don't trust it, you can totally do that. But they make it deceiving. Now watch this. We're going to click on this because I'm going to make sure not to share anything. Let's look at some of the things that are going on here. To the best of my ability, I know that Norton is not owned by Intuit. We're going to go to Google and we are going to do this together. So we're going to go to a new incognito window and I'll show you why are you asking this? Well, is Norton owned by Intuit? So let's check. I received an invoice from Norton Antivirus. Look at this. In connection with this, after removing Norton from your computer, report email, phishing warning. Is this a scam? I purchased nothing. So first of all, we just figured out the answer is that somebody out there is doing something pretty shady to try and win us over. So number one tip on malware, if you have a trusted family friend who's a little bit more techie that you can really trust, have them look at this kind of stuff with you, right? Teamwork helps a lot. Do not call the number and think that you can just fix this immediately. Let's look at a couple of the phishing techniques that they're using real fast. It says renewal services. It would say Intuit, QuickBooks, or it would say Norton Antivirus, something like that. And they send it from QuickBooks at notification.intuit.com. They're able to send, even though they don't work there, they're able to send an email as though it looks like it is. Now look at this. The reply to is Jose A. Young 73 at outlook.com. Do you see that? That's the shady thing. Now, if you have Outlook or Gmail, you can just click on this little down button that I have up there, and you're going to be able to then all of a sudden see all this other stuff. Okay, now, next, Nort support at care.cc. I don't know what that is. It's to that email. But this is really shady. When you reply to an Outlook email, not appropriate, right? And then invoice, INV, they try and throw you off like this is a real invoice from renewal services. They would put Norton Antivirus renewal for Josh Oakes or something like that. And then mailed by, it's kind of shady, e.notification. There's something weird. Okay, now, let's go ahead and look at this. Invoice, and they put the big word Norton. Norton is not owned by Intuit, to the best of my knowledge. I could be wrong, correct me. But it says due, look, this is due on 6/27, right? But $294, and then it says print or save powered by QuickBooks. So they're all over the board. Is it Intuit? Is it QuickBooks? Intuit and QuickBooks are the same company, to be clear. But it's all over. Dear user, they would greet you by your first and last name. Dear Josh Oakes. Welcome to the Norton family. So wait, is this a new one or an old one? So they're insinuating that, and they're all over. And if you see bad grammar here, that's another key takeaway. Your subscription has been successfully renewed. Your service will start in a few hours. They'll never say that. It's usually active. Why would it take a few hours? With this subscription, you will have access to the best system security features. In this email, we sent your invoice. See the bad grammar? Boom. Dead giveaway. These types of emails in a real company are reviewed by 15 marketers, and they're triple reviewed, and they have professional copywriters. There's mistakes, but not invoice like that. It is our pleasure to serve you, ... and then exclamation mark. Once again, grammatical error. If you do not make this transaction or want to cancel the subscription, then call us at, and that is a fake number. This is one of those shady numbers. So they call in and they go, hello, this is QuickBooks, Norton Antivirus, Intuit, whatever company they want to make up. Do not call that number, call a trusted adult, or go to nortonantivirus.com, or just check your credit card and tell your credit card company, I didn't authorize this. Do not call that number. Or all you have to do is go to and Google this Norton Antivirus invoice spam, and it'll come up. Watch this, Norton Antivirus invoice spam, and that's all you have to do. And it'll say Norton email scams. Answer, verify email received is legitimate. Norton renewal email scam lures victims with fake invoice. So really, Google is your friend. I don't get paid by any of these companies, only individually by families and schools as we keep their communities safe. Have a great day, Renewal Services. It would say the company name. If you receive an email that seems fraudulent, please check in with a business owner before paying. This is hilarious. So they're basically saying, check in with either the owner of the client's business or talk to them. Like, before you pay, call us. And that's a fake number, right? And then Intuit Inc., all rights reserved. Privacy, I don't know what the privacy. And then messages clipped, view entire message, which is shady. Big companies know how to make this from happening, keep this from happening. Now, when you're in Gmail and you're going to look at I'm not going to download this, but I don't work for Google. I don't get paid. I don't love everything Google does, but they kind of protect us from PDF malware and issues here in the most part. So you can see up here, Norton, it should say Norton Antivirus. It has the invoice date, the due date. They want us to pay it. If we call them and they want 3 computers for some odd reason, right? And activity is sales. That's weird. Description, Norton LifeLock. Okay. Norton 360 with LifeLock. And I might be wrong. Maybe Intuit bought them. I don't think so. This is once again, I know this is for a fact spam, but I could go do more research if I needed to. Norton 360 with LifeLock, all-in-one protection that goes beyond antivirus for your devices, identity, and online privacy. Real-time threat protection for your device, password manager, smart firewall, 500 gigabytes of cloud backup. They stole this from the website. You see these little tiny guys right here? These aren't supposed to be in there, really. That's like an asterisk. Number 4, secure via VPN, dark web monitoring, SafeCam 5, parental control. Your subscription begins when your purchase is completed. You must download and install each device or complete enrollment to be protected. By subscribing, you're purchasing a reoccurring subscription, which will automatically renew. Let me show you what they're doing here. This is super secret. They put their little phone number here, and they don't have a big payment button here because they know that Gmail will block any link that they eventually send. So what they need to do is prey on those who are confused. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm confused. My father fell into one of these scams, and thank God we got to him before it turned bad. But he called them, and here's what they'll do. And someday maybe I'll do a call. There's a guy called Scammer Payback. You should watch his channel. He's super interesting. He fights for the good guys. He's a very, very good, positive hacker. He goes and fights the bad hackers. So this number, if you call it, it seems legit. And they try and do that. So what you can do, how do you find the real number? Just Google Norton or search that number, but go to Norton Antivirus phone number. You got to be a little bit careful because sometimes I don't go for the ads. Contact Norton, see support.norton.com. And then you'll notice like there's some other ones you have to be careful, but I go to the main one. And here's the contact, and you can email them about all kinds of different stuff. One more little trick. I appreciate you watching this and maybe using this stuff for good, for positive, to help others. I'm going to search for that phone number. Watch this. Directory. Sometimes you'll see that these phone numbers are spam. And sometimes you'll see that. So something to be really careful about, but I can almost guarantee to you that if you search for this number, PayPal refund, look at this. I put the phone number without any initials in there. PayPal refund scam is in the making. Latest refund scam topics, accurate caller ID. Now, if this is a real person, I would never publish. If it said Christina Smith or something, I wouldn't, but trace the cell phone numbers. Right? This isn't a real person, but you get the idea. These are typically scams. This is scammer.info, scam number, domain used. So I had scammers contacting me to do email blasting of their phone number, all these shady stuff. So you can see it online. All right. Remember to be safe, and remember, go straight to the website. Don't trust it. Don't trust a company. You know, they say that on your phone. Why am I showing my phone? They say that on the back of your credit card. They say, if you hear something shady, don't call the number on the back of your credit card. And that takes you straight to your bank of choice or whatever. And then that's the trusted number. So figure out what that number is. Go to Google or go to Norton Antivirus or Intuit.com or something like that. Call them directly. Have a trusted family member there that navigates this well with you. One of the tricks that they're going to use online on the phone, they did this with my father, is they wanted to take over his computer, and they said, we're just going to go ahead and fix some stuff. And my dad said, you know what? This is getting a little out of whack. Let me call my son. And one of the things that they'll do to a family member, a loved one that you might have, is they'll say, What, you don't have the authority to make this? You need to call your son? And they'll start to pressure you and belittle you. As soon as that happens, you know it's a scammer. No one at the real big companies will ever let their customer service do that. So they'll belittle you. And they did that to my dad. They said, what, you can't make decisions on your own? You have to call your son? It's so rude and so belittling that then my dad, thank God, he said, you know what, sir, if you're going to treat me this way, forget about it. And he hung up, and nobody else does that. But do never let them take over your computer. Never let them belittle you. And remember to get a trusted adult. I'm Josh Oakes with smartsocial.com. Thanks so much for watching here today. Make sure you keep your family safe out there so they can someday shine online. We'll see you soon. Have a great day.